everybody, welcome back to Restriction Bourbon. I'm DMC from Louisville, Kentucky. Today I'm doing a head-to-head bourbon battle between Old Fitzgerald 7-year bottle and bond and Old Granddad 7-year bottle and bond. I've got these poured already. They've been sitting out and get a little air for 5-10 minutes. We'll start on the nose and call this glass A on the left. Yeah, it's got a nice sweet nose. And glass B has a little bit more of a pine type nose, perhaps. So just right off the bat, one might think that this is the sweeter wheated bourbon, and this is the high rye bourbon. So, and Old Fitzgerald is wheated mash bill out of Heaven Hill, and Old Granddad is a fairly high rye mash bill out of Jim Beam. So we'll see. They're both pleasant, both 100 proof since they're bottle and bond. So the alcohol vapors are not overpowering or anything. So, all right, we'll go in and give them a quick taste. Cheers. All right, that one's got a good, decent mouthfeel, medium, maybe a little less than medium mouthfeel. It does have some sweetness, does have some spiciness. It is hitting the edges of the tongue, which is another wheat giveaway for me. But there's some pleasant oakiness on the finish there too. So the finish is medium long finish. The spice lingers through most of that, and you get that oakiness at the end. So it's pretty nice. But yeah, this 7-year Old Fitzgerald. Brand new bottle just came out. Pretty nice looking bottle. It's reminiscent of their decanters they've been doing for the last few years. Obviously, it's not as fancy as the full decanters with the crystal topper and all that, but this has a nice woodcut topper. Look, similar shape to the crystals, and cut glass look to it. And yeah, it's a cool looking bottle. I mean, it's been all the rave here. I think it came out in the May time frame. Was definitely hitting the stores in June everywhere, and selling out everywhere it hit. So people have been really hunting for it. Hard to find. Price on this guy is about $60. Some people might find it less than that. Some people definitely been paying more. So the Old Granddad from Jim Beam, on the other hand, this was a pleasant surprise. Didn't even know this one was coming out. So I knew the Old Fitz 7-year was coming out, and was looking for it like everybody else. And the Old Granddad 7-year just all of a sudden appeared on the shelf. Now the Old Granddad does say limited release on the neck, so don't know how long it'll be out on the shelves. It might be just this year, it might be for a few years, but it probably disappear at some point. Whereas the Old Fitzgerald is supposed to be out a regular release of theirs, so it goes right along with all the other Heaven Hill stuff. So they've already got their Heaven Hill bottle and bond, which is 7-year, and then this fits right in there with it. So all right, let's give Glass B a taste. Cheers. Yeah, I'm saying I think this first glass was the Old Fitz wheated, and I was thinking that this glass is the Old Granddad rye bourbon. But I don't know which one's which. I don't know if I said it, but I had mixed these glasses up, had them sitting around, so after I poured them, I mixed them up, so it's partially blind here. Same on the Old Granddad though, medium mouthfeel. Spiciness is there. it lingers. Same medium long finish, so not as sweet on the nose or the palate on that guy. But it's nice. But it is cool that both of these came out here early summer 2025. So obviously they were, and Jim Beam even says distilled in the spring of 2018. So it's a spring 2018 distillate, bottled in 2025, 7 years old. So the old Fitz is going to be the same. It's going to be a spring of 2018 distillate, bottled in 2025. So, you know, right in the same time frame. And, you know, Jim Beam and old Fitzgerald, which is in Barstown, are literally only 15 or so miles from each other. So, I mean, in the scheme of things, it can't be much closer. They're right down the road from each other. And these are practically the same type of specs here. So, like I say, bottle and bond and 100 proof. All right, as I keep sipping Glass B, I do pull some sweetness out of that. I think it is spicier on the finish than it is sweet up front, but you know, it does have a little bit more heat going down also. Give Glass A another taste. Glass A definitely is sweeter up front and spicier on the back end, so I think it has a little bit longer finish, a little bit thicker mouthfeel. So I'm going to go with Glass A on this blind as far as more pleasant experience. You know, any given day, you know, one or the other might have been my favorite. I certainly have been a huge fan of Old Granddad over the years. I mean, Old Granddad bottle and bond 100 proof is a nice, easy bottle to find. They're only like low $20 range normally. This 7-year is up to the $40 range, so it's definitely cheaper than the old Fitz. So all things being said, these being equal, the Old Granddad is definitely cheaper. It might be $45. I don't know what suggested retail price. I'm not sure. I got it for a little less than that. But I mean, like I say, I've had plenty of the Old Granddad bottle and bond. They've got the Old Granddad 114. They came out with the 16-year-old Granddad in the last year or so, which is delicious. It was just a little bit higher priced. So, yeah, so pleasantly surprised to see that 7-year sitting on the shelf. Didn't even know it was coming out. But all right, Glass A is my favorite of the day. Let's see what we got here. And this is the old Fitzgerald 7. This one is the Old Granddad. So I called that, but had a 50-50 chance anyways, right? But this guy was definitely sweeter. The spice was on the edges of the tongue, which is a wheat giveaway. But I think the finish and the spiciness on that finish was longer. So that's what edged it out. So very happy with this old Fitzgerald 7. I know some people may have been disappointed in it. That, I mean, it's $60 for a 7-year. You know, it's not really overpriced, but it could be cheaper. But yeah, the bottle's cool. It's going to look cool on the shelf. You can find them in a little velvet bag too, so which I did get with mine. So that's a cool thing, and it's embroidered with the old Fitzgerald on there and all that. So that adds to the value a little bit if you get it with the bag. Bag does nothing to the whiskey, so some people are not going to be interested in it. But there you go. All right, leave some comments down below. Let me know if you've tried the old Fitz, if you found it, if you tried it, if you've seen the new Old Granddad 7-year bottle and bond. If you tried them head to head, if you like one over the other, let me know in some comments. hit that like button, hit subscribe. It really helps the channel. Really appreciate it. Remember, buddy, all bourbon is whiskey, but all whiskey is not bourbon. The best bourbon comes from Kentucky. Cheers.